in the corner. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have just one moment, please. Do we have everybody in the room?
No.
Okay.
We didn't make them up.
It might be nice if, how many folks do you still have outside?
Probably about 20.
About 20? There's some room back here. I wouldn't have a problem with some folks getting back here if they like.
Y'all want to file in on the back side over here? If y'all want. It wasn't me this time. There's room for one more. Come on. Or 2 or 3 more. He's going to close the door, so if you want to hear it, you'll have to come in.
How many more you got? Okay.
Stand in front of me. Stand in front
So
of me.
the light going off, was that somebody hitting the switch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay,
There's a
so,
little room on this wall if somebody wants to stand back against the back wall.
okay, so we'll move on. Vicki, if you'll do the roll call, please.
Okay. Our chairman, Glenn Hunter.
Here.
Our officers are Terry Hester, she's out with family. Vice President Mickey Olson. Secretary Hilda is out of town. And I'm Vicki Sellers, and I'm here. Board members, Fonda Ackerson. Here. Tom Trammell.
Here.
Tom Matthews.
Here.
Judy Brim. Here. Bonnie Blackwell. Here. Wayne Sellers.
Here.
Lori Lilly. Here. Teresa Boyette. Here. James Baker.
Here.
And Charlie Thompson is sick. Did I leave anybody out? No, you're an alternate, aren't you?
No, he's on.
Oh, he brought him up? Oh, I was in the wrong place. Thank you. Mike Conley. Thank you. Dusty Trail
Here.
and Kim Corcart are our alternates. Okay?
Okay, thank you. So now we'll move on to a request from the board to approve excused members, and everyone who called in. So what's the pleasure of the board?
Motion to approve.
Second by James, second by Mike. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. We'll move on to the agenda. You have the agenda before you. Entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion by Wayne,
Second.
second by Tommy Trammell. Any discussion on the agenda? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed. It wasn't posted.
Motion passes. We'll move on to approve minutes. Are there minutes from the meeting, or are the minutes done?
I think, no.
Okay. So there are no minutes from the previous meeting. Hilda's out of town, so we'll have the minutes at the November meeting. We'll move on to Secretary's report. With Hilda not here, who's going to give the report? Is there a report?
No.
Okay. We'll move on to,
She emailed everybody a report.
That's from the,
that wasn't a report from the,
The secretary?
yeah.
It says secretary's report.
Secretary was at the members meeting.
Yeah, but it was from the members meeting, but all those things at the bottom didn't happen.
Well, it says for October 14th.
Okay, well, if she was here, she would read it. Did she ask you to read it?
Who stands in place of the secretary when she's absent? I mean, I can read it if you want me to.
No, I really would rather you didn't. So she didn't. I didn't talk to her about the report. So So you'll report out, we'll let her do it the next meeting. Okay? We'll move on now to treasurer's report.
We might want to hear it.
I passed out the September financials. Everybody have a copy on the board? Yep.
Charlie's not here.
As of September the 30th, the balance in the Seacoast checking account, which is our working fund, was $98,320.84. Our reserve savings account is $503.64. The certificate of deposit is $53,377.92. And our membership checking account is $2,397.10, for a total of $153,541.76. The P&L that's on the back. You want to glance over it and see if there's any questions. One thing I wanted to mention under membership dues, you'll see a $200 credit, and that's because someone sold their property, paid their dues again and shouldn't have because they wanted another set of keys. And when it was discovered, we refunded their money to them and they did not get a second set of keys. Is there any questions on the
Why is it
P&L
200
for
then?
September?
I have some, I went over, I did a comparison between August last month and September, or August 2 months ago in September. And there's a lot of discrepancies on the year-to-date, January through September. The numbers aren't carrying over correctly. Specifically, under insurance and fire casualty, in August, it said that we spent $4,128. And then this year-to-date, and for September, it says that we only spent $1,674. So I don't, did we get a credit on the insurance?
Say that again.
She said under the casualty, it shows $1,674.55 in the January to September. And in the insurance, the liability is $46,2885. There was a.
Those are-
No.
No. For if you look at August's financials P&L,
Right.
and you compare it to September's P&L, it says the year-to-date for August was for the fire and casualty, it was $4,128.85. And then for January through September year-to-date, it says it was $1,674.55. Because I'm just, looking at them side by side.
Okay, I'll have to check that and get you an answer. on
Yeah,
that.
there's a few of them, so I'll keep going down the line. Under legal fees for August, it said we spent $7,204.44. And then if you add that to the 5,000, it was only 20, 30, 40, 50 cents. It's only a $60 difference, but it should read $12,888.13 instead of $12,826. Office supplies.
Hold on, you're going too
Okay,
fast.
sorry. I can scan this in and email it to you also with the corrections.
Okay,
You
go
can watch
ahead.
the video later too.
Under office supplies, it said that we spent, in January through August, it said that we spent $2,100.62. And then September's year-to-date says that we spent $2,336.
No, that's security equipment.
Oh, my bad. Okay, sorry, office supplies, it says we only spent $659. So from office supplies of January through August, it says $2,162.23. And office supplies for January through September, it says we only spent $659.50.
Okay.
Security equipment, it says in January through August that we spent $833.64. And then if you look over at the September month, it says that we didn't spend any dollars in September, but then it jumped up for the year-to-date, January through September. It says we spent $2,300 $36.37.
2,000.
Yeah, and then August said we only spent 833, and there was no additional math to add to make it 2,300, so I don't know what that was.
Okay.
And then,
Just one moment, we have an answer, so we'll see.
Didn't Carol have to go in and rebook, change some of the codes?
She did, when we went through it the other day, but, I'm not sure that all these categories were affected, but,
if you scroll down to Columbia County janitorial labor, it says in August, we spent $690. And then if we added the $360 that we spent in September, it should read $1,050, not $1,690. Maintenance labor. You ready for the next one?
hang on one second.
Okay. This is on the right, it's hard to see on the right line here. Maintenance labor.
How much do we spend on those air conditioners? Because they really suck.
You ready?
Yeah.
Under maintenance labor, Columbia County, January through August, it said we spent $6,126. Then in the month of September, we spent $375. It brings it to, what, on here it says January through September, a total of $4,418. I don't know how it went down from $6,126, it went down $2,000 when we spent $375 more. But this, I do appreciate you guys sending me that, but I can go through it.
Just open the windows if the air conditioners suck that
I
bad.
have quite a few that she had corrected, but they're under maintenance labor and
Yes,
gas
it is.
supplies, but some of the ones you mentioned are not on there.
It's
So
on
what we need to do is
68.
show you where they were recoded, so you can see that, so that's what we'll do. Okay?
Right there, that's right in the back door.
Okay. Where you at?
Okay, so, were there any other questions on the September P and L? Okay, then I'll need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Prove it. It's completely wrong.
We're gonna have to,
We're gonna approve the report with the correction, of course.
yeah,
Is that your motion?
yes.
Is your motion to approve it, correct? What we'll do, we have a second, so for discussion, what we'll do is these points, if there's, where they went in and changed codes and actually put things in right place, that's what's probably changed those items, because I do remember you had several clearing up. We need to verify those and make sure that they balance.
I'll scan the ones I highlighted.
That'll work.
They feel like they're working now.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Maybe that's it.
Any opposed?
I'm gonna oppose just because of inconsistencies.
Sounds good. Motion passes. Okay, we'll move on to the president's report and Terry's, okay, go ahead.
Does anyone know an Elizabeth Hullett, Hullett? Does anyone know that person? Down on, one of the tables was a debit card, so if anyone, will
That's
have
just hit
to.
the negative.
So someone left it out in the park on the table. Thank you.
There you go. So there's nobody knows this person? So they must have been good someone. Okay, so now we'll, is that all you want? Okay, we'll move on to the president's report. Terry's. Okay, I'll let you, would you mind? Do you want me to?
He's the vice president, that's what he's supposed to be doing it.
Did our treasurer just hand
Somebody sent it to her.
did the treasurer just hand the treasurer report to the chairman?
No,
This is, some information that Terry had
vice
received
president
from-
just handed the president's report because she doesn't want to read it.
Considerations that Terry's bringing to the board, from,
You have to feel that over here.
can you hear me? So these are some considerations that, Terry received from some board members, some members, I'm sorry. And she'd like to have these read tonight. So the first item here is strike the following expenses. Legal fees, $25,000. If needed, use money from the reserve account. So she must be referring to the budget of the coming year. Newsletter printing, mailing, $6,000. Reduce or remove and allocate money to website. Picnic fish, $5,000. Members are charged for meal, building renovation, major repairs, $60,000. Hold off 6 clubhouse was done this year. Camp manager, $70,000. This would reduce the proposed budget down to $162,000, from $162,000 down to $127,000. Hire a part-time secretary for 20 hours a week with a job description that would include being computer competent, able to pick up mail, hand out keys from the office during office hours, receive money and make deposits, answering to treasurer for all money, handle all paperwork as required by the board. This position to be paid $20 per hour with no additional perks and should be interviewed and hired by the end of January 2026. For 50 weeks, that would add up to $20,000, which would be added to the above 127, bringing the budget to 147,750, which is still under the proposed income of 167,000, and would allow some flexibility or a reduction to $150 per member fee. Number 2, consideration of having a committee of members and board members to review HOA, POA, or corporation status. This committee should bring a recommendation for the board to consider and then have a special called meeting to present findings and recommendations. I would suggest a deadline of January 20th, 26th to complete. This with a backup date of February 2026. Completely revamp the website and insist it be current within 1 week after each board meeting for budget information from previous month. The hired secretary should be able to accomplish posting to the website as is needed. He says, I will be out of town this Tuesday, not at the meeting, but if you would present this to the board, okay, we just did, Terry. If you feel uncomfortable presenting this, I will reach out to someone else. You just did, Terry. And all in all, I thought today went well, so it could be expected. If these in some other form of them are agreed Tuesday and posted on our website, and maybe the others, it might tamp down some of the frustration for the members. Terry sent this by iPhone. Remember it? Okay, well, she sent it to us by iPhone. All right. Very good points made, yes, sir. Yeah, we do need you.
Here, you can have this one. Needs a chair? Is that what we were asking? I mean, I just think if he's gonna be helping us with the budget,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
a
right.
chair. Here,
I'm here to slip it out.
Linda, don't give yours, no. No.
I'm not gonna hear. Okay.
Yes. No.
Just do it all separate. Okay, and those were some very good points made, so I really appreciate that. So we've got a couple more points that she wants to make. Go ahead.
He said 2 members have called and requested that Mr. Ferguson's membership be removed due to him assaulting Mr. Levens and knocking Mr. Jolly over in his wheelchair before he was arrested.
Okay.
And the second one, Bonnie Blackwell has requested that trepo turn in the gypsy camp across from Columbia boat ramp, turn into code enforcement.
Okay, so the the gypsy camp that you
Well, I
referred
didn't
to.
actually call it a gypsy camp, that was, somebody making up words, but.
Did you say some gypsies in there?
No, I had sent an email in to, a couple people on the board and Terry and asked them to look into, there's a campground across the street from the boat ramp on the Columbia County side.
Right.
It's probably got 8 campers. They've been advertising on an RV campground website all over the state of Florida for $550 a month. And
That should be pretty easy, really.
Right, so-
Actually, the county code enforcement, any neighbor, anybody next door
Right,
could
right.
easily go to the county code enforcement office.
Right, but what we had done in the past was we said anybody who had any type of code enforcement complaints, they go to the
Right.
board, because if you wanted to remain anonymous, which now it's not anonymous, I appreciate that. You can make.
I'm not an
you
HOA.
can- And then you would say, it would be a county complaint, not an HOA complaint.
It needs to be a
So you
neighbor.
would go through the board.
Doesn't have to be
make-
an area.
So I know you mentioned that.
No, it doesn't.
Well, we,
many times in
you know,
the
we,
past.
I think when you first got on board early on, we were talking about ways that we could regulate and try to help our neighbors down here.
Mhm.
And that was a discussion that if some neighbors wanted to make a complaint to the board, we let it go through trepo.
Mhm.
But the board hasn't been in, or working with, property violations. We haven't gotten into that. I personally don't have a problem doing that, and I would think that
You
might
said
be
you
a good
would.
way, but we don't want to get into telling people.
No, I don't think we would be telling anybody to. I mean, I'll make the complaint now that it's not anonymous anymore. I appreciate it.
All right, and what we'll do then is, okay, we'll take this as the complaint, and then we'll file that with the county code enforcement, okay?
I'll file it for you, Mike.
So do you have another point you need to make? Okay,
I'll file for you, no worries.
Okay, so as far as revoking the membership, typically, my understanding is that they have to be given a written warning. And I'm not sure what this board can do as far as revoking a membership. You know, we've got a little bit of flux with that right now. So I guess the best thing that we could do is consult the attorney to find out what can be done, because there was something legally filed. It was a civil action. That's a little bit different than just a violation of the parks. It's more of a civil, a law action. Did you say, Mr. Trammell?
Yes.
So,
Civil and criminal.
Criminal,
well, it's criminal, yeah, but it's.
not civil.
It's gonna be both.
Yeah.
But we might have to wait till there would be a conviction.
Might be the confusion.
Not just-
So that's where we need to get advice on that. So I think that's what we should
Sheriffs and
do.
neither one of them know what's fucked up.
Maybe he just thinks that
Has anybody
civil stuff
heard
isn't
of
criminal,
that incident?
or criminal stuff isn't civil. That would explain a lot.
And he was a member.
And there was 3 people injured.
Okay.
Pardon me?
Was he a member?
Yes.
Was anything picked up on the cameras? Do we know? Was anything picked up? No?
I know a camera man's
Where
over
was it?
here.
Charlie said that didn't work.
But where was the fight at?
Riverside, down past the cable.
Okay, so is that more close to the river?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have any cameras down there at all. do we? Okay. Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll consult legal and then law enforcement, just to see, do we have a report?
I got the report from the,
Okay, if I could get a copy of that report, I need that. Okay? All right, anything else, Mickey? Okay. We'll move on to park manager's report. Bill?
One of the AED was inspected, many of our gates are being left unlocked. One part repaired, broken bins, put protective caps on the ramp coming out of the river. Reason being is apparently either somebody took the aluminum thing, that is nowhere to be found, and so.
Is at Point Park, you're talking about the ramp, the
Ramp.
aluminum ramp?
Yeah.
And Jesse was gonna fix that. Did you
No,
get
I
that?
bought caps for it,
You did?
rubber caps for
Okay.
the ends of it.
Okay.
I went online to try to even find one, I spent a couple hours looking to buy that part. Can't find it.
All right.
There
Is it
was a-
safe now?
Huh?
Is it safe now?
Yeah, well, yeah, you're not, nobody gonna cut itself on the end of it or
Okay.
whatever, it's got rubber caps on it.
Okay.
Like I heard in the
And if you remember, we didn't have that. We didn't have it out here, so I got it ordered.
Thank you, appreciate that. Okay, Bill, go ahead and finish. Thank you for doing that.
Okay, let's see, I went down, I repaired the fence at Point Park where somebody ran through it with their ATV or UTV and tore out all three of the boards. I had to hit it very good, they ripped out the flags and everything. I remember I had went ahead and patched it, but I fixed it,
Yeah, I saw that, and did you fix that? You kind of
I
temporarily
did.
put it back? and
Yes, sir.
Can we put it back as it's supposed to be since then? Okay. Go ahead, Bill.
there's a broken grill in Outer Park. I've got some stands out there, I'm gonna try to figure out a way to, probably just have to, use, concrete anchor to put that another stand in there. It broke off at the bottom, just being rusted, and somebody hitting it or whatever, but that happens to some of the grills, I've had to do it a couple times. Somebody tipped over the toilet over at midpoint.
I hope nobody was in it.
The macerator pump was hooked up at Outer Park, so now we're all good to go.
And just to go back to that, there had been a lot of discussion about that situation and what we were going to have to go through because of laws related to septic tanks in certain particular areas. But going back, I think Mr. Howard had put that put that tank in back in 2014. However, coming out of the old system, it wasn't able to handle because of flows or whatever. Because we put in a grinder pump, a macerator pump, and that's actually solved all the problems. And he certified everything for us, so that worked out really good. So that saved an awful lot of money. Yes, it could have been in the tens of thousands to have to put a new system in. Thank goodness we had that covered. Okay, go ahead, Bill.
I was going over some material on Vernon Park. Somebody broke into the park on 10/13 at about 12:30 a.m. They were carrying a long gun, and it was, I assume it was in a pack, like a gun carrier. They climbed the fence the first time, and somehow they walked out the gate. I don't know why they didn't go in the gate. But they drive a white Chevy Silverado pickup truck, 4-door. So after this person left at about around 1:13 or something, apparently the sheriff department had been called on a person down there, and they showed up, but the person had already left. I gave this information that I had to the sheriff's department, and I had a talk with the sheriff, the lieutenant or sergeant on duty, I don't know how rank scale is, but, and so we've got the ability to give them the information, pictures and everything of the person, and if they call me for it, then they can have it. And, you know, we've been having some complaints of people shooting guns over in the Swanee side. We had them over here too, but apparently there's been some complaints from members that people are shooting guns over there. And my only reasoning that they would go into that park is because the deer go down to get water at night.
Right.
And so that's it.
So we've had some, there has been some gun activity around the fishing park on the Columbia side, so that's a 160-acre piece there, so people have been known to hunt or accelerate that a little bit during hunting season. Okay, Bill, thank you for your report. We'll move on to maintenance committee report. I don't know that we really have anything other than he's pretty much covered in his report because of the rounds in the parks, unless you have anything else you want to go through. Pardon me? And yeah, pretty much right now, this building is pretty much finished. All we have to do is touch up, do a little painting on the front, and we're gonna be putting the railing on the side for the handicap ramp and on the side of the front porch. So we'll be utilizing all the material that was bought from a fire some 15 years ago that never got used. We'll be using all that material for the railing. Okay, so we'll move on then from from the maintenance report to communications. And Bonnie, do you have anything to report? Okay.
Can I just say one thing? The dock at the midpoint is broken off of the main sidewalk.
Well, I'll let you speak to that when we get to it.
Well, I'll let you know.
If you want to elaborate on that, that'll be fine. Appreciate that. I always do that. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we are now in October, we have 977 members, 717 on the Columbia side, 260 on the Swanee County side, for a total of 977.
You have anything else to report?
No?
Okay, very good.
Can I ask a question on that?
Yes.
In August, we had 934 members. Did we have 43 members short?
Yes, because of how things happen. So just like when we get these memberships in and the ones that are sent from title companies, estoppels, whatever you wanna call them, they have to sit, because when they send us information back, a lot of times they may or may not have a person's name attached because it's the seller's name that's on there. So we have to wait for the member or the buyer to then contact us, send us a copy of the recorded deed and fill out the membership. So they will be sitting there. So that's why there was a large deposit at one time, because I was gone the month of June. And so those sat, I mean, they continue with memberships, but it's easier if one person puts everything in the computer so you don't have mess up, you know, who messed up if that happens. So those were done, so that's what it goes on. So yes, so there's more money one month and less memberships, and then another month you'll have all those memberships finally come to fruition, and then there's less money.
Okay, so that's why it's not showing.
So it's
negative 200 in the membership, but we have.
But the negative 200 was the person that I caught that tried to, 5 days after she sold her property, she went online, and that was, I think around the same time we pulled that online. But anyway, she went online using her old number to get keys.
So where would we see the membership dues increase for the 43 members, like in next month's?
That's what you just saw.
No, that was on.
Was it $9,000?
Yeah, it was 89, I think it was.
Okay.
That was in that $11,000 figure.
So the one thing, if one member purchased another's properties, the membership wouldn't go up, but the property would be.
So typically, what we do, if they are a paid member, they have keys. When I fill that out, I will tell them to, at closing, have the seller give the buyer keys, because we will not be releasing any more keys. Well, this girl did this, she turned her keys over, and 5 days after closing, she went on and tried to purchase another set of keys. So, but I recognize the name because I had just filled paperwork out.
Okay,
That's happened a
thanks
couple
for that.
times.
Yeah, and then I know Charlie is kind of part of the communications report, but who's solely, is there more than one person who's responsible for uploading agendas, minutes, and financials on the website?
Well, each person does their,
Each person does their own?
No, the agendas, Charlie does those. And what else did you mention?
The minutes, they're all.
Hilda
they're all
does the
still-
minutes
they're
and
all
I
still
do the
missing.
financials.
Okay, all the minutes are still missing, all the agendas are missing. So,
yeah, he gave us that part. So they upload and then it should go straight on there. But
And the recommendation from the president was that we fix the website, and that we have somebody actively that takes that responsibility rather
to
than
verify that they're there.
and do that. So that will be a high priority. Also, a lot of the questions about the membership, we've actually contacted 4 firms in Lake City concerning trying to get an audit done, and there's not one in Lake City that would take an audit. So I'm working with a couple of companies out of town right now to see what scope of work we can get done and how we can put that together to get them to sign on to do the audit. And we can look at 1, 2, 3 years for them to work back. I think that might be good. And the questions like you're asking